Have you ever wondered why your legs feel weaker, even though you're eating healthy and staying active? What if the fruits you've always believed were good for you are actually making things worse? Shocking as it may seem, some of the most popular fruits among seniors could be silently damaging your leg strength, triggering inflammation, and reducing mobility over time. In this video, we're revealing 7 fruits seniors over 60 should avoid and what to eat instead to support stronger, healthier legs. What you learn today could change how you move tomorrow, so stay with me until the very end. Let's begin with a fruit many seniors consider healthy: pineapple. It's sweet, tropical, and often praised for its enzyme bromelain, which is said to aid digestion and reduce inflammation. But what most people over 60 don't realize is that pineapple can quietly worsen leg pain, joint stiffness, and inflammation, especially when eaten frequently. Pineapple is high in natural sugars and acids, both of which can be problematic for aging bodies. As we age, our systems become more sensitive to sugar spikes, and pineapple causes a rapid surge in blood glucose. This spike doesn't just affect energy, it can damage the tiny blood vessels that nourish your leg muscles, knees, and feet, leading to fatigue, swelling, and discomfort. For seniors dealing with arthritis, poor circulation, or medication sensitivities, pineapple can become a silent trigger. Bromelain, while beneficial in some ways, can also interfere with blood thinners, increasing the risk of bruising, pain, or leg weakness. You might think a slice of pineapple is harmless, but over time, it may be feeding the fire in your joints, making mobility harder without you even realizing it. You are still watching this video and finding these insights valuable. Please comment below to let me know you are here. And if you are not subscribed, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Your support helps us continue to create good content to inform and inspire you. Next, let's talk about a fruit you've likely eaten for years, thinking it supports your muscles: bananas. But the truth might surprise you. After learning how pineapple can quietly inflame your joints, you might be shocked to hear that bananas, long considered a muscle-friendly superfruit, can also drain your strength over time. Many seniors rely on bananas as a daily snack. They're soft, convenient, and rich in potassium, which is often associated with muscle health. But as we age, the way our bodies handle sugar and starch changes dramatically. Bananas, especially ripe ones, are loaded with natural sugars and fast-burning carbohydrates that quickly convert to glucose in the bloodstream. This rapid sugar release triggers insulin spikes, which over time can lead to insulin resistance, poor blood flow, and weakened circulation in the legs. Less oxygen and fewer nutrients reach your lower limbs, making your muscles tire faster, recover more slowly, and feel heavier with each passing week. You may notice subtle signs like tight calves after meals, aching thighs when climbing stairs, or general leg fatigue that seems to come from nowhere. These aren't just signs of aging, they could be a reaction to a fruit your body no longer processes efficiently. For those with heart issues, bananas can also contribute to water retention, causing swelling in the ankles and feet. This not only adds discomfort, but also increases the risk of imbalance and falls. What once gave you energy may now leave you feeling weighed down. And if bananas, a trusted staple, can have such an impact, imagine what a small bowl of sweet grapes might be doing. Let's take a closer look. If bananas can weigh down your legs with sugar and fluid, grapes take things a step further with effects that can feel even more deceptive. Grapes are often seen as a safe snack, small, juicy, and heart-healthy. Many seniors enjoy them daily, keeping them on the counter or tossing a few into breakfast or salads. But beneath their sweet skin lies a concentrated dose of fructose, a natural sugar that's far more harmful than it appears. Unlike glucose, which your muscles use for energy, fructose is processed in the liver, where it's more likely to be stored as fat and converted into uric acid. For aging bodies already dealing with inflammation or slower metabolism, this can silently fuel joint pain, stiffness, and even trigger gout attacks. Just a handful of grapes a day might seem harmless, but for seniors, that's often enough to push uric acid levels into the danger zone. You might start to notice burning or throbbing in your ankles, knees, or toes, especially at night. Even without a formal gout diagnosis, fructose-driven inflammation can quietly worsen pain and limit mobility. And because grapes are so easy to overeat, the sugar adds up fast, creating a slow, steady decline in how your legs feel and function. So if you've been reaching for grapes thinking they're a light treat, it may be time to rethink. Because the next fruit, refreshing, hydrating, and seemingly harmless, might be doing even more damage. Watermelon. After discovering how grapes can quietly stir up inflammation, let's turn to a fruit that's often seen as harmless, even helpful. Watermelon. Cool, refreshing, and made mostly of water, it seems like the perfect summer snack, especially for seniors trying to stay hydrated. But the truth is, watermelon may be silently working against your legs. Despite its high water content, watermelon is also extremely high in the glycemic index, meaning it causes your blood sugar to spike faster than almost any other fruit. And for seniors, that quick sugar rush isn't refreshing, it's harmful. It leads to oxidative stress, promotes inflammation, and can irritate nerves and blood vessels in your lower limbs. You may feel it as heaviness in the legs after meals, aching calves during a short walk, or stiffness in the knees that seems to appear out of nowhere. These symptoms aren't just part of getting older, they may be your body's way of reacting to sugar overload from foods like watermelon. What's worse, excess sugar causes the body to retain fluid, which often settles in the ankles, feet, and knees, the very places where seniors already struggle with pain and balance. Watermelon tricks us with its light taste, but inside the body, it behaves more like a candy bar. For seniors managing blood sugar, circulation, or joint issues, that juicy slice might be doing more harm than good. And if this seemingly innocent fruit can have such an effect, imagine what might be happening when you start the day with a glass of orange juice. Let's talk about oranges next. If watermelon's hidden sugars can weigh down your legs, oranges bring their own set of challenges, this time through acid and inflammation. Many seniors start their mornings with a glass of orange juice or enjoy an orange as a midday snack, believing they're doing something good for their immune system. After all, oranges are packed with vitamin C, right? But here's what most people over 60 don't realize. Oranges contain high levels of citric acid and natural sugars, which when consumed frequently, can quietly aggravate joint pain, especially in the lower body. As we age, the cartilage that cushions our joints becomes thinner and more fragile. For seniors already experiencing arthritis, bursitis, or stiffness, the acid in oranges acts like sandpaper, irritating inflamed tissue. Over time, this can lead to morning stiffness, locking knees, or a nagging ache in the hips or ankles, especially after sitting too long. And while a whole orange may seem harmless, orange juice is even more concentrated, delivering a fast punch of sugar and acid that disrupts your body's insulin balance and triggers inflammation system-wide. What starts as a subtle discomfort can grow into chronic joint sensitivity, making everyday movements like standing, walking, or climbing stairs more painful. It's hard to believe that such a familiar, wholesome fruit could be causing harm, But when the body speaks in stiffness and swelling, we have to listen. And if something as iconic as an orange can quietly inflame your joints, wait until you hear about green apples, a fruit that many believe is the cleanest, healthiest choice of all. The truth may surprise you. If orange is a classic symbol of health can stir up inflammation, then it's even more surprising to learn that green apples, often considered the clean or smart fruit choice, may also be quietly affecting your leg health. Green apples are known for their crisp texture and tart taste, which many seniors prefer as a low-sugar alternative. But despite their reputation, green apples contain a compound called malic acid, and in aging bodies it can be a hidden trigger for muscle pain and joint stiffness. Malic acid, while helpful in small amounts for energy production, can aggravate inflammation in those already dealing with arthritis, fibromyalgia, or general joint sensitivity. The result? Aching thighs, tight calves, and a dull burning feeling that feels like it's coming from deep inside the muscles. Even more, green apples still contain natural sugars. And for seniors with slower metabolism and reduced insulin sensitivity, this sugar, especially on an empty stomach, can spike blood glucose, disturb circulation, and cause leg fatigue or swelling after just a short walk or mild activity. Many seniors snack on green apples mid-morning or in the afternoon, unaware that the discomfort they feel later in their knees, ankles, or hips might be tied to something as seemingly harmless as fruit. So before you reach for that next crunchy bite, consider whether your body is telling you something. Pain is often a quiet messenger, and ignoring it can lead to more serious problems over time. And if a simple green apple can contribute to leg pain, just imagine what a super sweet tropical fruit like mango might be doing. Let's take a look at the final fruit on our list. If green apples, with their sharp flavor and mild sugar content, can quietly aggravate your joints, then it's no surprise that mangoes, one of the sweetest fruits, can have an even stronger effect on your legs, especially if you're over 60. Mangoes are often seen as a tropical treat, a symbol of indulgence and pleasure. Their soft texture and bright flavor make them feel refreshing, and many seniors enjoy them sliced, blended into smoothies, or served in fruit salads. But hidden beneath that golden flesh is a concentrated sugar load up to 45 grams in a single mango, more than a can of soda. This much sugar entering the bloodstream at once can cause major blood sugar spikes, especially in older adults with slower metabolism, prediabetes, or insulin resistance. When blood sugar remains elevated, it leads to systemic inflammation, which targets joints, nerves, and soft tissues, the very areas that support your movement and independence. What does this look like in real life? For many seniors, it starts as a tingling in the toes, swelling in the ankles, or a feeling of heaviness in the thighs after a walk. Over time, this can progress to nerve sensitivity, burning sensations, or worsening symptoms of diabetic neuropathy. That sweet mango may taste harmless, but its effect on your legs can be profound. And because mango feels light, it's easy to overeat half a fruit after lunch, a smoothie before dinner, and suddenly your sugar intake is pushing your body beyond what it can comfortably process. For aging bodies, mango is not just sugar, it's stress. And your legs, joints, and circulation are often the first to feel the pressure. Now that you've seen how even the most popular fruits can silently impact your strength and mobility, the next question is, what should seniors eat instead? Let's now turn to the fruits that fight inflammation, support circulation, and help rebuild the strength and comfort in your legs one bite at a time. One of the most powerful lessons from this content is that even the healthiest habits need to evolve with age. What once nourished us in our youth can quietly become harmful in our later years, not because the food has changed, but because our bodies have. As we grow older, our metabolism slows, our joints become more sensitive, and our ability to process sugar, acid, and starch decreases. This means that even natural, wholesome foods like fruit must be chosen with greater care. The key takeaway is not to fear food, but to listen to your body to recognize that symptoms like leg weakness, joint stiffness, or unusual fatigue may not be just aging, but a sign that something in your diet needs adjusting. The path to strength, comfort, and independence in later life is not paved with restriction, but with intentional nourishment. Choosing fruits that reduce inflammation, stabilize blood sugar, and support circulation can make a profound difference in how we feel, move, and live each day. Aging with grace doesn't mean giving things up. It means being wise enough to adapt. At this stage of life, every bite is an opportunity to protect your body, preserve your freedom, and live more fully with awareness, clarity, and self-respect. That choice is yours, starting today. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Please share in the comments one insight you gained and how you plan to apply it in your life. Your feedback is invaluable and keeps us motivated. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Your support enables us to continue creating content that informs and inspires. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.